you know we had to do it. It's gonna be on the YouTube channel soon. This is it. This is what the rebuilt 5.0 is gonna go in. Got us a rear end in it too. A whole lot less TLC than the other ones need. Plan on flipping the vert. Plan on selling the other hatch roller. She looking pretty, ready for the 5-hour ride home. Shout out to the buddy Tyler once again. Took his day off. Good deal. What'd it do?
You don't need shocks.
Nah. That Lifetime powertrain better come in clutch.
Well, y'all, currently one for the books, sitting in a hotel in Georgia with a puddle of trans fluid under the truck. What can I say? 20 miles is still on the warranty, so we waiting on the wrecker.
So y'all are probably wondering what in the world happened. So I thought I'd fill y'all in on a little bit. So last minute we were headed to Alabama. We took off school and everything at TCAT. We planned to go all the way down and check out this car. I talked to the guy. It hadn't been up long. He said he had a few people interested in it. So we're like, okay, we'll go ahead and get a U-Haul. So we headed all the way down there. It was a 5-hour trip to Seal, Alabama. The trip down was fine. Everything handled all right. The truck didn't feel bad. And on the way back, we got all the way to Calhoun, Georgia. We were about 2 hours from home, give or take, 120 miles or so. And we're going up a grade, and it was about a 2% grade for about 10, 15 miles. And the temp gauges look fine and everything. We get close to the top, the 10-speed automatic freaks out. It goes from like 8th gear to 5th to 7th to 6th and just absolutely goes crazy. And it's shifting hard, like really hard shifts. And that's when I look at my temp gauge, my analog temp gauge, and my buddy Tyler looks over in the truck and he's like, dude, oh my gosh. And so I checked my digital one and it said 235 degrees. Now for, I guess, a comparison, the average operating temperature of that transmission is about 210. I've never seen it really go over 210. And I look at him and it's 235. And we're talking, I'm like, maybe I should pull over. As we're talking, it goes to 240, 245. And it's getting really hot. So I pull over, I don't stop, I'm going a little bit slower. I go down to about 50 on the interstate. I think it's like 70, 75. And the temp starts dropping again. I'm like, okay, it starts shifting. It's like butter, like everything else was on the rest of the trip. And then I'm like, okay, well, gas is $4.09, and that's cheap, filming in 2022, May 2022. So maybe $8 if you're watching this a year from now. But anyway, I'm like, I'll fill up at $4.09 because it's still $4.39 back at home. So we stop, we pull up to the gas station. It's like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning at the Flying J. And I see steam coming up between the cab of the truck and the toolbox. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like maybe it's exhaust. I'm not exactly sure. And then I smell it. And we both smell burning trans fluid. We look under the truck, absolutely coating the whole undersides. And we're like, wow, because you need a scanner to check the levels of it, and you need like a squeeze bottle underneath it to add. And there's no way that this, truck stop off the side of the highway is going to have like Dex 10 or whatever trans fluid I'll need to put into it. So we didn't know what to do. To call a wrecker service was going to be about $1,000 to have it towed back to the dealership to be worked on, or the nearest one was going to be 100, and it was about 30 miles until my 36,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty expired. So I'm like, okay, if I make this trip, it's probably going to be expired. I don't plan on anything going wrong. Well, about 2 weeks before that trip, I had it taken in for the torque converter to be serviced. They put a new one in there and worked on it and everything, and it was under warranty, no charge. I think someone didn't connect something, didn't do something right. Might have been a new guy on the job. I'm not pointing fingers. I couldn't have done it any better, but when you buy a truck with less than 36,000 miles on it, you expect it to work. So it wasn't the truck. It's not found on the road dead. It's not because it's a Ford. It's because someone didn't put a gasket on or connect a hose, and it started puking fluid. They do that to a Dodge, to a Chevy, to a Toyota. I don't care who you are. It was all a mess though. So we ended up getting a hotel room, and We stayed there for the night, and then I had my dad go up to the dealership in the morning. He was all the way back in Tullahoma, and he was able to talk to them. And they weren't going to send a wrecker up there. And he's like, you don't get it. He's stranded 2 hours away on the side of the highway because, you know, y'all didn't service this properly the last time. So he came the next day, picked the trailer and the foxbody up. We drove back home, and then the wrecker service picked it up. So it's in the shop right now. So they said that they stopped doing transmission work on it and that they need to get a specialist in. I'm like, how are you going to sell something that you can't fix? So it should all come out free of charge, and they're going to honor their word. But I also do have a lifetime powertrain warranty, which regardless of the 36,000 mile bumper to bumper, should cover that as well. So we're in good standing. Still got 3 fox bodies out in the driveway. Like I said, I plan on selling the convertible, flipping both of them, and the hatchback. The hatchback is a 5-lug roller with no trans and no engine. The convertible is running and driving, 5-liter V8. And it's a pretty sweet car, so we're going to tweak it up a little bit and probably post it somewhere. So y'all stay tuned, and y'all take it easy. See y'all later. Started with 1 fox, 2 fox, then had to buy more. Give me a week, and we might just have 4.